It's okay. When one door closes, 1,000 doors open. That's all it is. And I had a good amount of them closing on me that night, but, and more doors are opening now.
In recent videos, Teofimo Lopez is seen working hard in Canelo Alvarez's camp. Lopez is an explosive boxer like Saul and hails from Latin descent. This increases his chances of outshining and becoming a better fighter. Teo's videos of training with Canelo's renowned coach Eddie Reynoso are circulating throughout the social media. There were also rumors of a split between Teo and his father, who trained him until now. And it all happened because Lopez Jr. wanted a more up-to-date and accomplished trainer than his old man.
Yeah. Shit, first time I feel that. Go, wait, relax. I'm scared of this. Wow. They go. Shit. God damn.
The relationship between Teofimo Lopez Jr. and Teofimo Lopez Sr. as boxer and coach has previously been criticized. When Lopez suffered the first and only loss of his professional career to George Kambosos Jr. in 2021, many questioned the guidance the takeover received from his father. Days after this fight turned out to be the lowest point in Teofimo's life, but he didn't leave his father.
All I can say is this, man. Y'all keep hating on me. Those that are supporting me, I love you. Ones that keep hating on me just want to be like me. I got Beats, I got Bud Light, I got Essential Water, I got Rain Energy Drink. I mean, I'm lit to the Thor. And next is going to be Nike. Best believe that because I asked that to the universe and I'm going to grant that. And for all y'all keep hating, keep doing that. Give me that energy. I need it. And last but not least, it's growth.
But after joining Canelo, Teo declared that his father was all in with him. Lopez Sr. supports this decision and will stay forever in his corner. The Takeover posted a video of live action with Reynoso and captioned, "Making big moves with my dad." Moreover, Teofimo has launched his own merchandise. At first, it looked to be a collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana, but it was not. Teofimo launched another DG brand with the name Dad Gang. This whole discussion started when Fight Hub dropped a video of Canelo's sparring session with The Takeover. Canelo is preparing to defend the WBC, WBO, and WBA super middleweight championships against Edgar Berlanga. So, it became obvious that the Mexican superstar won't be using Lopez as a serious sparring partner because Lopez is 5 inches shorter and over 20 pounds lighter than Berlanga. There is something else. Later, another video circulated that showed both Canelo and Teofimo Lopez queuing up for training with Reynoso. He confirmed that Canelo Alvarez and Teofimo Lopez are training alongside one another in the gym.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cambio, vamos. Para el siguiente round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And if we look at Canelo's history with Teo Jr., he appears to be the only guy spared from the stinging remarks. They both shared a lot of respect and a Latino vibe at the previous confrontations.
Campeón, bien, ¿cómo está todo?
¿Ya listo? ¿Vas a pelear, no?
Sí, en octubre.
¿Te dio COVID?
Sí.
Vendeteo, que va a calentar y a tirarse.
¿Cómo está? Una foto.
Lopez understands and speaks Spanish, so there would be no language barrier with Eddie Reynoso. Plus, Canelo's previous quote stating that Lopez deserves the Crawford bout more than him implies that the Hispanic pair have a good relationship.
Crawford needs to fight Teofimo first, and then we'll see, right? At the end of the day, like I said before, I'm not asking for that fight. They want to make that fight because it's a payday, obviously. But I don't want that fight. I think Teofimo deserves more than me.
The boxing world also admires Teo's brave move and sees him as a better fighter in the future. Boxing analyst Sean Zittel welcomed this association with an epic comparison between Teofimo and the Mexican pound-for-pound king. He posted, "Said on my lives for a few years that Teofimo should link up with Reynoso Canelo. Style talents would mold well under Reynoso. Head movement and explosiveness, two of Canelo's trademarks. Teofimo has too. Reynoso can give adjustments without taking away from his best attributes." Teofimo Lopez Jr. also has very high expectations from this venture with Reynoso. He wants a status in boxing that is similar to Canelo. That's why he has eyed all the title holders at 140. Teo's recent target is Jose Rayo Valenzuela, who won the WBA super lightweight title after a major upset over Pitbull Isaac Cruz. Rayo is currently celebrating this victory in his hometown. And if we look at the fight night, Teofimo was uncontrollably surprised by this victory. Some say that he was happy because he was scared to fight Pitbull. So when he was asked about a unification with Rayo, the response was rather strange.
Why are you so happy, Teo? Because my God is real. You called it. My God is real. You told me, Rayo. My God is real. That's it. That's it. The only one. The king stays king. Now you and Rayo unification.
Teofimo has eyes on the WBA belt, but says that he doesn't want to fight against Rayo. Moreover, he is also sure that Rayo lost against Pitbull. He concluded in a recent interview with Mill City Boxing, "I can't think too much of him. That was Rayo's second time fighting at 140 and he barely beat Pitbull. He even got rocked a good amount of times. Maybe he and Pitbull have a rematch clause. A lot of people think that Pitbull won." Rayo Valenzuela's reaction after the fight was also heartwarming. He burst into tears and said, "I'm speechless. Dream came true. I was 100% sure. I just had to be smart. I didn't get desperate, I didn't fall into the pressure, and I stayed calm. His power was nothing crazy, but it was good. He was solid. I felt like I was in control the whole time." Although Teofimo has refused about his reaction to this game, he's happy that Pitbull was eliminated from his hit list. The boxing world has also considered Teo versus Rayo as the best fight. Chris Algieri gave his spontaneous reaction about this matchup.
I think we live in a world of unifications. Why not get these two champions together? And listen, Valenzuela is southpaw, good puncher, tall for the weight class, taller than Teofimo Lopez. Has a really, really good straight left hand. Obviously, has a nice little check hook, which has given Teofimo problems in the past. I think it's a good fight. I think, and it's not a foregone conclusion. You know, Teo's my guy. I think he's the best guy at 140. I think even with the Valenzuela coming to the weight class, I still think Teofimo is the best guy in the weight class. But it's not saying that Valenzuela can't have another great night, so I would like to see that fight.
Another great matchup for Teofimo Lopez is the WBC champion in recess, Devin Haney. He had requested the council to give him some extra time after his overturned defeat. Haney is currently dealing with the trauma and physical injuries of his fight against Ryan. Haney and Teo also have a generational bad blood, as both guys are managed by their fathers who hate each other. Teo has expressed his frustration from time to time on The Dream Haney.
Like each other, I don't like him. I really don't. I don't like his father. I don't like him as a fighter. I don't think that he has the skill sets. I don't think that he has what it takes to be a true champion.
Teo and Haney hate each other so much that their X accounts are filled with disrespectful comments towards each other. Moreover, it became a norm for these two fighters and the daddies to initiate a brawl against each other. Stunned by their hate for each other, the boxing world also wants to see this fight happen. Boxing legend Timothy Bradley has described his anticipation for this fight and chosen his favorite as well.
What's next for Devin Haney?
I would take on, a top 15 contender and get my feet wet, get a dub, get a win underneath you, and then take on a big challenge. And I wouldn't mind seeing him and Teofimo Lopez.
Who would you got for that fight?
I mean, obviously the favorite is going to be Teo because he has the power and he does possess a left hook. And Haney, obviously, couldn't get away from Ryan Garcia's left hook.
The only title holder left in the 140-pound division is Liam Pero. He is coming after a stunning victory over Subriel Matias in Puerto Rico. Pero has clarified that he has celebrated the victory and now aims at a unification.
Look, it slowly is. Each day it's sinking in more and more, but it's still very surreal, you know, just the magnitude of it all. You know, we went into the Lions Den. We knew the task ahead, but like I said, I'm a fighter, I fight. And I'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime, and that's what I do. I'm proving that, got that old school mentality, and yeah, man, it's numbers don't lie. 25-0 now, the world's my oyster, and I'm ready to collect more belts.
Other than that, Pero has marked 2025 to become a unified champion at super lightweight. The Australian boxer went further and described his future plans. He said, "I am just going to defend my belt, standing my own lane, standing my own legacy. We'll get some clarity on which way we are going, but look, at this point, anyone with the belt. I want to go on the road to unifying. I believe that makes the most sense. I am going to keep grinding, keep ticking, keep getting better in the gym." Teofimo has admitted that his decision to join Eddie Reynoso was solely based on achieving greatness. He was fed up by the negative comments about him, threatening other pound-for-pound greats. Teo shouted, "I never did it for fame. I never did it for the popularity purpose of popularity. I did it just to be the best fighter in the world. As a young kid, I wanted to be the best fighter in the boxing game. That's it, number one of everything." The Honduran-American knockout artist added further, "And look at this. I'm only 26. The other guys that they're rooting for, like Inoue, Crawford, and them, they're on their way out or they're in their 30s already. I'm a baby, and look how much I've done in the landscape." But Takeover has shown his usual flexibility and took a complete U-turn after beating Steve Claggett. He admitted on a top-ranked show that a unification at 147 pounds was not something he was solely after. He said he may opt for 147 to become a 3-division world champion.
Teofimo Lopez, 3-divisional world champion at 27 years young. That sounds very great to me. And I'm all about that.
Well,
you know? My birthday's about...
You're being really slick now.
No, EQ. That's what we work on.
Furthermore, Teo had selected his dream opponent in welterweight. He wanted to square off against the national treasure Terence Crawford. At that time, Terence had 3 out of 4 belts in the 147-pound division. Plus, it would have been a big payday. Teo exploded about this opportunity. "I believe the only one I have left to cement my legacy in that degree and get that triple crown that I'm aiming for. And the reason why I came back to add even more to my legacy is Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is someone I definitely want to have on my resume, and definitely want to show the world why I'm not just number 1, but the best fighter that they've seen in a long time." Terence Crawford has moved up from the welterweight division and is also fed up with Teo's behavior, and he ripped him in return. In one very verbal post that was later deleted, Bud Crawford wrote, Teofimo Lopez firmly believes that it won't be easy work for Crawford and wants to put everything on the line for this fight. He also believes that his fight against Bud Crawford will be a fan favorite and showed why he deserves it. He mentioned his thoughts about the naysayers and the trolls. 2-time lineal world champion, and all this at 25. "I got everything done faster and earlier than all of them. So whatever people want to say, they can go and do what they want with it. It's just competition, and I look forward to being the best version of myself in this fight and moving forward to the next one. Whatever is planned for me in September, whatever is planned for me in December, you know we're ready for it." In the end, let's talk about Eddie Reynoso. Eddie has sharpened the tools of countless boxers, including Saul Canelo Alvarez, but true knuckleheads know that he was also the mastermind behind Oscar Valdez and Ryan Osterine Garcia. However, their partnership ended shortly after due to Ryan's behavior. At that camp, Ryan also had access to Canelo's mature counseling. Like Teo, Ryan also learned a lot from Canelo, which proved to be very helpful in his pro career. It was later found out that Ryan had a very bitter split with Team Canelo. Reynoso appeared on Marco Antonio Barrera's YouTube channel, where he admitted that it was very difficult to work with Ryan because he was never focused on one thing. When Reynoso was asked about the hardest guy to train, the answer was blunt. One of the hardest is Ryan. He's a very good guy, but because he's a big media guy, he's very into cameras and other things, he doesn't really have a focus on boxing. Reynoso also explained Ryan's addiction to social media and his eternal desire to be in the limelight. The coach Rich added more about his episodes with King Reef. Now I'm in Los Angeles. Now I'm going to film here. Now I'm going to Las Vegas. Now I'm going to go somewhere else. So he's losing that focus on boxing. I saw that he learned some things, but it's a little difficult to work with him. And you may know that Teofimo Lopez Jr. is very similar to Ryan Garcia in this part of life. He also finds a way to stay relevant in the gossip and is very sharp with his mouth. So tell us how you see him mingling with Canelo and Eddie Reynoso. And please subscribe to our channel if you like this video.